All right, what's up, everybody? We are on the third episode of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, which is called City of Heresy. Yeah, man, last episode was great. I watched the first two back to back, obviously, so I just basically came off of my first session watching this show, and it's been a fantastic start so far. I talked about how great of a job it, seemed to have done at least. I really do have the expectations now of like this universe being a lot more vast than it seems to be, right? And especially the first episode, kind of having that freezing alchemist talk about why. Well, he didn't really explain it in detail, right? But like he made it clear that he had his reasons, at least, for putting himself against the military and stuff. And I really wonder what that was about, and if there was any credibility to it or not, or if this truly is, a government and a military that we can actually trust, that Edward works for. Like Edward, it's interesting because on one hand, of course, he has a very personal motive, and therefore he might not, and he doesn't seem to actually care about any of the politics going on, and like he just does what he's basically being told for selfish reasons, which doesn't have to be a bad thing. Like, it's understandable, right? It's to try and get his and his brothers' bodies back, as he has put it now several times. And of course, we saw that whole ritual play out last episode, which was super tragic. Also, seeing, of course, how their mom died and everything like that, and that they did it basically to try and get her back. And seeing that body that they did manage to sort of summon. You could hardly call it a body, but it was so messed up, right? And but again, it's like, yeah, this is the thing that I guess the main question that's just on my mind right now is like a lot of the characters that we're dealing with seem so likable. Also, when it comes to the military, right? When you have somebody like, I think he was called Hughes, right? Mace Hughes, was that what he was called? The one who invited Edward in on his family home and stuff, literally in the first episode. Yeah, and then some of the other guys, Roy, the Führer guy, Bradley. Yeah, seems cool as well. He was very powerful, right? And then there is that Iron Fist guy, I think. Oh, what was he called? Strong Arm? Armstrong? I don't know what it was anymore, but like, you get what I'm saying, right? I've only seen 2 episodes, guys, so please forgive me that I don't know all the names out of the top of my head exactly, but yeah, what I'm saying is, like, these all seem like rootable characters. These all seem like characters that I'm really gonna like, but I do question if perhaps there could be some credibility to the other side or not. Maybe that's my Attack on Titan senses going off and stuff. I will say that all the villains so far did give off pretty bad vibes, right? Like, there was the freezing alchemist, there was the guy in the prison, Crimson, I think he was called, right? And there is, of course, the mysterious woman who surely did not give off, yeah, anything else than a than a bad vibe, generally speaking. So I don't know. It's just a question that's lingering, right? Even though my spidey senses, or whatever you want to call it, they just tell me that, like, we're probably going to be able to root for the people that we're following on this journey. For sure, at least Edward and Alphonse, right? Because, yeah, they went through quite some trauma, and their actions are very understandable, therefore. Yeah, I don't know what else there's really to get into. I mean, we did get a couple other character teasers, right? There was Winry, I think, their friend, and then there was Riza, I think she was called, who was in the military and talked about how she wanted to protect someone. So surely that's all going to go somewhere, right? Again, these 2 episodes have done a great job just sort of setting up this universe, establishing a couple narrative threads that I'm sure are going to be followed up on later. While at the same time, yeah, the first episode was very action-packed. The second episode was just super interesting and sort of, yeah, made you feel very much for the characters. So, so far, this show has had a fantastic start, and I'm, looking forward to seeing where we go from here. I think we saw in the very early, like, first couple minutes of the last episode that Edward and Alphonse were in a train going to some kind of priest, I think they might have talked about. They're trying to find, I think, the Philosopher's Stone, right? Because that's what they're going to use, I think, to get their body back. I don't know exactly how that's going to work. I've talked about that already. I'm sure that's going to be explained as well, but I think that's what we're basically then going to. And the title also implicates City of Heresy, like I said. I don't know how to pronounce that word, but like... basically, heresy is like going against certain beliefs or whatever, right? So if we're dealing with a priest, then, then I can see how that's related to it. So... we're just gonna dive in, guys. Of course, if you enjoy my reactions to Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, you can watch my reactions to the next 8 episodes already straight away over on my Patreon page, which is gonna be linked on top of the description. Over there, we're already gonna be on episode 11. Full-length versions will be up there too if you want to see me react to the episodes in their entirety. Please, of course, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell if you hadn't already, so that way you definitely won't be missing out on any of my future reactions to the show. And then with that being said, let's dive into episode 3 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Here we go. Yeah, that sure sounds like a priest. Because he's surprisingly small, he looks like a circus artist. Oh, I'm guessing this is part of the alchemy. I don't know, does this count as alchemy as well? I guess so, right? In my head, I thought alchemy always had to do with like potions and stuff, but I don't know why I'm thinking that. Oh god, they keep giving the credit to Alphonse. Pipsqueak. Oh man. You know that's gonna go on till the very last episode. Right, that's why they're going to him, I guess. I think they suspect that he has a philosopher's stone, right? Okay. Oh, right. I think they mentioned something about flowers, that he used them. Okay. Vegetable into mineral. Yeah, there we go. Is that it? Or what is it? He's using something at least to enhance his alchemy, clearly, because that's not what you're supposed to be able to do. Leto. Oh. Damn, she's only gonna make him more mad. That's probably not a good way to, you know, pull him into your religion. Although I'm sure he wishes to be taller, to be honest. Secretly deep down, he will not admit to it, of course. She's gonna be like, what's this, a cooking recipe? I see. Damn. Scientists versus religions. Yeah, they do not really gel well. This really is like an age-old discussion that's still relevant today, you know? He will love everyone. Yeah, as long as you repent. Oh. He recognizes that name. Maybe he knows their dad. Oh, okay, he just knows that he's the Fullmetal Alchemist. I'm guessing they're not gonna like that. Plan? Oh, what? Yo, they... I was gonna say, are they here just to kill him now? And snare the father. That was just like... Yeah, I'm not doing any of this. Okay. Priest is not scared though, even if the minions are down already. Oh shit. So he disguises his alchemy under the... Yeah, by saying it's like... has to do with religion, right? It's God's doing, I guess. God's work that he's doing. Right. And they're just exposing him for having the Philosopher's Stone. I mean, I'm gonna guess that Edward's assumption is correct, though. Oh god, the ultimate test. Have I brainwashed you enough? She better not shoot herself now instead. Oh wow. Yeah, that's one way to get to her. I mean, you can't really... Can you even kill Alphonse? I don't know how that works. Oh god. She once again assumed him to be the one. Oh man. Well, yeah, will this matter? I doubt it. I doubt Alphonse is gonna die in the 3rd episode. Nani? Yeah, so can you even kill him? Was my question. Oh, shit. Yeah, I can see them being like, so who's supernatural now, huh? What? He doesn't even need the circle, I think, right? Yeah. What, he assumed it would be for show? Claws that... Well, so much for cutting through iron then. Yeah, exactly. Was that his real arm that he was just biting on though, or what? Okay, no, it was the... Oh, okay, okay. Right, one leg, one arm. They can all assume that they performed that ritual, right?
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Well, isn't that what you literally just promised to do for her? Actually, shouldn't that make her hopeful that like, oh, they might be able to bring my boyfriend back? How did he even get his hands on it? Because I assume somebody powerful had it before. Oh man, just okay. Summon a machine gun like that. Ultimate piece of cover. Damn, dude. What the fuck? Damn, surrounding him, man. Oh my god. The way that this show actually displays some of its supposedly most violent moments in like a comedic way is actually a little catching me off guard a lot. I'm telling you, but that makes her hopeful, I think. Yeah, it's not like they succeeded, though. In fact, they themselves are living proof of their failure. Could you technically not sacrifice someone else to get your mom back? It would be a little brutal, though, of course. Okay. Never mind. She's switching sides back. Yeah, I'm guessing he'd be in actual trouble then. Oh my god, okay. Well, Jesus Christ, revealing his true intentions. He's just laughing with him. What is that? A recording? Yeah, okay, a microphone. Holy shit, okay. Well, they broadcasted it across the whole city. Oh, man. The guy from the start. What? What? Like, well, yeah, he just hit himself. Oh, dude. What's gonna happen with that stone? Is it gonna be destroyed? What the fuck is he turning into? This is like a phase 2 Dark Souls boss. Did the stone help him do that? Oh my god, he turned into the Hulk. Oh shit. Wow, literally having the statue attack him. Okay. Oh no. Dude! It dissolved just like with the freezing alchemist. So the freezing alchemist did have one, right? Or are they fakes? Ah. Oh man, I love those moments. Yeah, that ain't happening anytime soon, I'm afraid. They don't even have it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what they would do. Keep it secret. If they had it.
人間は生き返らない。二度と。二度と。
Damn.
これから私は何にすがって生きていけばいいのよ。教えてよ。
People need their addictions. People need something to cling on to.
そんなこと自分で考えろ。
I can't believe he's still alive, though.
台無しだわ。ちょっと混乱を起こすだけでよ。
Oh no. What is this? Who is this weirdo that she has
ダメよグラトニー。
gluttony?
こんなの食べたらお腹壊す。
Oh my god, gluttony will just eat everything. Yeah, you should not be trying to challenge her. Oh man, just a nail attack like that.
もう用済み。お父様に怒られちゃうわ。
He's still gonna eat him.
さて、次はどんな手を使おうかしら。
Ugh. Gluttony is the worst. Well, I'm guessing that if the woman is this close, then a confrontation with her might actually be imminent. Who knows? I mean, we're gonna find out, yeah, by hopefully the next episode. But she's called Lust, I think I saw, which is definitely a fitting name. But a couple interesting teasers there too, because she talked about, I think, when upon further like rewatching the last scene there, I noticed that she talked about like a father would be disappointed, I think she said. So is she like, is it literally going to be her father, or is it like a father figure, or kind of in the same vein as like a spiritual leader or something, right? That's what it could be as well. Just like this guy was basically a father to to other people, well, a priest in this case. But you know, overall, really enjoyable episode. I liked it a lot. Yeah, it's. I mean, I still don't know what's going on with the fake. Like the fake philosopher's stones, because on one hand the guy was able to do advanced alchemy, right? An alchemy that wouldn't be able to be possible to be done through normal standards they talked about. So was the stone still helping him with that? But nonetheless, it was not an actual philosopher's stone. I guess it was just some kind of, yeah, it still allowed him to do more powerful stuff, but it wasn't, it wasn't an actual philosopher's stone, which, you know, Edward and Alphonse are looking for, right? But yeah, other than that, I mean, they really gave this story a very sort of relatable side with Rosa, she was called, right? The character that they meet and who's kind of taken in by this, by this religion and therefore, right? And it's interesting because I very much sort of see a reflection in her, you know, when it comes to like comparing her to Edward, I guess, right? Because again, there is that super personal motive of like, okay, she actually lost somebody too. And she just wants the exact same thing that Edward wanted back then too. It's just that she was seeking it through different means. She found it, or she found hope to get her boyfriend back in this religious, you know, cult basically, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, whereas Edward did through alchemy. And so it's interesting because he, of course, explains like, oh yeah, it's the battle of scientists versus, you know, religious people. And they don't really gel well, I guess, right? And it's like, yeah, I mean, it couldn't be more relevant today. I feel like that's going to remain relevant for many more years to come. But at the end of the day, it all does come down technically to the same thing too. Because it's still people that just want to achieve these very personal objectives, right? So that, I don't know, like I really liked that contrast, that mirror image that the episode presented, and I wonder if we are actually going to see her character still come back then, or if she was really just sort of a side role to make that clear over the course of this episode, and that's it. You know, it's very hard to tell still which characters are going to be recurring and which characters are just going to be sort of one-time presences, but who knows. Yeah, other than that, I don't think there's a lot more for me to say. I mean, I like the constantly recurring inside jokes, people constantly mistaking Alphonse for the actual Fullmetal Alchemist. I don't blame them, because the dude is off metals. But he's also, of course, bigger, larger than Edward is, which he won't like me calling that out, but hey, it is what it is. So that's always coming back, and then the show has some very over-the-top, like hilarious way of displaying certain scenes, even when it comes to like very serious action scenes that I talked about, right? Like some of the most violent, supposedly encounters can be sort of portrayed suddenly in these over-the-top, almost hilarious type of ways through the show. So that's something that I find interesting about it, because I haven't really seen that done yet. I imagine it's not necessarily something that's rare in anime or something, but at all, honestly. But I don't know. I feel like this show sort of, I don't know, man. It's. I think in terms of genre, this is described as like a shonen, right? So basically directed more towards kids. But I like that it's still story driven. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is not Pokemon. Like, I grew up with Pokemon myself, so that's literally the only sort of reference material that I have. But Pokemon is so, how do I put that? I mean, that's also shonen, I'm sure, right? But like, that's intended obviously towards children, and I watched it when I was a kid, to make that very clear. Like, at the age of like 10 or something, I would watch the shit out of Pokemon and play all the games and stuff, right? But it's also this thing of like, they designed the show around the possibility of having hundreds, if not thousands of episodes, right? It continues to go on, and it's always the same situations, whereas this is just story driven. It moves on, characters have an objective, 64 episodes and we're going to be done. And that's what I like, man. It's just, again, it's that depth that it still therefore has, which actually makes it appealing to a mature audience as well, right? And therefore to me. So overall, those were my thoughts on the third episode of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I hope you enjoyed my reaction and review. Of course, guys, if you did, you can already watch the next 8 episodes straight away over on my Patreon page, which is going to be linked on top of the description. Over there, we'll be on episode 11. Full-length reactions will be up there too if you want to see me react to the episodes in their entirety. And then with that being said, I want to thank you all a lot for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you back in the next episode.